You wanna throw a fit over the property line? No problem. So I bought a house in 2018. I had to in a hurry so I could get my mother in my old home before her chemo got intense. My family had outgrown the one we were in, and we found one that needed some work but had 5.25 acres and a chicken coop. Neighbor, Dan, obsessively manicures his property and it is much nicer as a result. But the price and features worked for us on our side. We fix up and paint the chicken coop, only interrupted once by Dan asking us to tear it down or move it. Surely the coop was well on our side of the property line. I thought I politely declined and described how the only thing I'd be doing is building an enclosed run toward my house to protect the birds from predators after fixing some things inside the house that have been neglected. The previous owner was a serious alcoholic, and there's a lot of work to do. Dan walks away angry but defeated. A couple of years pass and the run is built exactly as described, and our informal survey shows the property line about 20 feet back, and I build gardens roughly the same distance from the property line. Dan has a survey done that suspiciously puts the back corner of the coop and about 1/3 of the run over the property line. But we agreed that it could stay so long as I don't encroach any further and I eventually move it, which was my actual plan. He said to take all the time I need, declining my offers to buy the dirt or trade easements and reimburse him for the cost of the survey. Another year goes by and Dan has changed his tune. He interrupts a target practice session with my 2 foster kids to demand that I demolish the coop and run soon, to which I said I suppose I could push that project up to next fall, 2024. He isn't happy but seems pacified. I wasn't thrilled either, but I'm a reasonable guy and would prefer to have a good relationship with a neighbor I don't like much. Enter May 2024, 6 months before I agreed to do anything, and this guy shows up in my backyard wanting to talk about the goddamned coop again. You know, Dan, you said I could have all the time I needed and then demanded I tear it down. Going back on your cue, the most childish temper tantrum I think I've ever seen. He was literally stomping on the ground with elbows out, screaming about suing me and how he'll own my whole house by the time he's done with me. Malicious compliance. Fuck you, Dan. I decided the best place for that coop is exactly where it is. It's been there about 20 years and adverse possession only requires 10. I can take that 12 square feet of dirt from you and you'll even have to pay my legal fees. Only the run needs to move. Since it's only been there 5 years, that's exactly what I did. The new run connects to the gardens and the roof funnels the rooster's crows right to his house. Setback requirements say structures must be 5 from property lines. The back corner of the run is now exactly 5 feet 2 inches away from the supposed property line, and he gets to hear and smell my chickens every single time he's outside. He will not have peace until he dies or moves. I am well within my rights, and while I do struggle with medical and PTSD issues from my service, I learned very well from the Navy how to be technically correct in a way that works only for me.